everybody. Welcome to the Funny Don't Stop podcast here at the Funny Stop Comedy Club. Good to see everybody. Today I'm here with Michele Traina from New York City with her, let's see, it's a kind of a all-around show as far as like comedy and improv. It's called the Divorce Diaries show. This is actually the second time she's come to the Funny Stop Comedy Club. First time was here last year around this time, and she was absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
No problem. And so Pete definitely had to have her back. So she's going to be doing 4 shows this weekend here at the Funny Stop, 2 tonight, 2 tomorrow. And as always, we usually have a co-host, local comic here with us tonight. Tonight, we have the man Nick Jordan is here with us. What's up, Nick?
Hey, I was drinking in the bar, and he said, "Do you want to be on a podcast?" I was like, "Absolutely."
That's how we do it. Just
being an alcoholic pays off sometimes.
Snagging people from the bar. By the way, gonna give
a
congratulations here to Nick. He just told us that he is going to be heading down to the Carolinas to get a job with iHeartRadio.
Yep.
Is that right?
Running a country station in Raleigh, North Carolina. I like the class.
Raleigh.
Golf
I love that.
Dude.
Golf class.
We're very happy for it.
Happy in the round.
That is awesome, man. We wish you all the best. He definitely said he's going to be coming back up here to pester the shit out of Pete because you cannot not come up here.
Yeah, it's my favorite thing to do, bro.
You know,
Get go.
So let's get rolling here. So your show, Divorce Diaries.
Yes.
How did you come up with the concept of the show? I mean, obviously you're a happily married person, and
Yeah. Wait, I'm a very what?
I said obviously you're a happily married person, but you have this persona, this fake so you came up with the Divorce Diaries. Obviously, you're a divorcee.
Yes.
So
Yes. I came up with the concept when I moved home with my parents and my child, my handicapped dog, I had my grandmother, everyone was living in this home, right? I grew up in. And I kept thinking, well, I used to watch a lot of Real Housewives, like Bravo TV is my favorite.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm the Real Housewife without the house. I want to film my own reality show. And like, I started writing, and I have a heavy background in theater, and I did a lot of improv in my 20s, and I was like, let's do comedy with it. And then I started doing stand-up, and then I was writing this one-woman show and doing stand-up, and then I just finally combined the worlds, and with improv, stand-up, and a little bit of dance now. You haven't seen my part.
You got like TikTok dances?
Yes.
Okay. Oh shit! I haven't seen the show.
Well,
dude.
you know what? You're gonna have to get up on stage. We're forcing Nick up on stage. And actually, it's really meant how I've shaped it now. It's always taking on a new evolution because the diary changes, right?
You're writing it a different page every day.
Exactly. Okay. So I feel like I want people to come to the experience of like we're all hanging out in an apartment or a house, sharing and swapping stories and laughing about it, right? And I shot a pilot of the stuff that I do in the show last year. It's like a mockumentary of my best friend filming me, my best friend Doug, who was here last year with me, filming my life as a single mom, teaching kids with special needs and dating people with special needs.
Hey, I got a question. Did your ex-husband ever see the show?
Ooh, good question. He has not seen it, but he knows about it.
So he's heard that you're making a living talking shit.
Oh, yeah. I don't really talk shit about him. I talk shit about the guys I dated most of course. I do some jokes about my ex-husband, but I really poke fun at the guys I dated. And there's like characters. Like there's the cop, there's the producer, and then there's the coach. There used to be another character, I kind of put him to the side, the Greek.
Wait, so you're just airing out all these dudes that didn't hurt you? Or they did?
Well,
because I feel like the ex-husband should be the one getting the brunt of the shit.
right. Well, wait till you see the show.
Okay, now I gotta sit in the audience and watch.
We also, when I'm writing the series, I have to be mindful that he is my daughter's father, so the way I project him has to make him laugh too. And I think that how we've written it, like if he were to come see the show, clearly I wouldn't be like
fuck him and his little dick. Ain't shit
I did not
dad.
say that, but you did.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Because you don't want your daughter to go to therapy later in life.
Well, she's already in therapy. But that's besides the point. And therapy is good for children, okay? Just so you know. But reality is, I don't want her to. Why do you think I find it? Like she knows I make fun of the jokes about her and I, and there's things that he does that like I gotta make a joke about this. Like you forgot something very important of her child, and there's some humor in this, okay?
Now, I've seen the videos you do online and stuff like that, and you go live on Instagram all the time and do other videos and stuff, and I've seen when your daughter's involved. How does she feel about being involved with what you do? Does she enjoy it, or does she kind of try to shy away from it? Or
She enjoys it. I have told her she doesn't have to be, and I ask her, and sometimes you just fool around. She loves it. There have been a few times where she's in like a bad mood, and I don't want you to do me in your show. I'm like, all right,
She's like taking it away.
yeah.
Like, Mom,
Then she retracts it,
here.
and then she's a gymnast, and she's starting to train to compete, and she's like singing, and she really likes performing. So, and she wants to be on America's Got Talent. So I was like, have you just, I have this idea that I'm working on, this television series. She's like, yeah, I want to be in it. I was like, okay. We're just going to make sure that your demands are not too high.
Okay, so with the videos you make and the stuff that you
She
do,
does love it.
and now, do you ever get any inappropriate comments online for the stuff you do?
110% all the time.
And with that, does your daughter ever read any of those comments or ever see any of that stuff?
No, she's not allowed to read those things. She doesn't have access to the adult, like TikTok and YouTubes and also, to be honest with you, I don't hide things from her. She just doesn't like, hey, can I look at your comments on your YouTube? But when she does, I'll be like, yeah, these things are inappropriate. Like we have open dialogue about that stuff. And as she's getting older, it does become more difficult to explain to a 10-year-old of like, why can't I write comments under my children's account? I'm like, because there's creeps in the universe.
Yeah.
And she's like, what's a creep? And I'll explain it, and they'll have to go into more detail. And it's like, God damn it, this is why, am I allowed to curse?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
And God damn it, this is why my parents were like, we'll tell you when you're older, because they were just too exhausted to go into the depth of answering each question.
In my stand-up, I do a lot of stuff. All my stuff is life experience and personal,
Right.
and it has to do with a lot of my medical background and other
Diabetes,
stuff.
yeah.
Diabetes, my ED, and stuff. What? Hey, I tell it to the world on the stage.
No,
I'm not afraid to talk about it on the podcast. But my youngest son, a lot of his friends in high school have seen my videos on YouTube.
Oh, so they give him shit about
No,
it?
no, they love it.
Really?
They love the stand-up. They freak out whenever I come around. But then my son is also aware of the material that they have heard.
Oh, so he's like,
He's not
stop
embarrassed,
talking
but
about
it's just
fucking mom, dude.
I feel like that's going to happen, though, with my
Yeah.
daughter, because it's like, who's going to want to hear that? I mean, I feel like there's something I heard back in the day with Howard Stern and his daughters got older that he did kind of hurt a little bit. I just think that at some point it's like, okay, well, I get it, but it depends. Like, if, there is a happy medium, and you have to just be honest.
You gotta be straight up.
You have to be straight up with them.
I gotta do the same shit with my mom. Anytime I tell a joke about some kind of sexual stuff, and I post it online, she follows me online. I go, hey mom, don't look at this.
No, my mom won't look at my stuff. She doesn't go online, but she gets embarrassed. She's like, I can't believe you're doing this.
Right, she's like, you're telling strangers this.
I know.
But that's
They
the
don't
one thing is
understand.
my stuff is just on YouTube, and I don't share it on most of my social media. Like it's linked to my website and everything, and it's on. I don't put it on Facebook or
Pour it
Instagram.
out, dude. Just throw it out
But
there.
then the funny is, people have gone and sought it out, and then it comes back to me, and I hear about it, which tickles the shit out of me. But it is, it's very interesting because it's like I know my kids are old, they're between the ages of 15 and 23.
They understand the internet.
Yeah, they're all on social media, and they're obviously, know what I do. But the thing is, yeah, you have a 10-year-old. I don't honestly know how I would handle what I do right now if I had kids in that 13 and under.
I mean, I just think you handle it the way you handle it now. When they're even 15, you just change the verbiage. Like she'll be like, why can't I see your show? Because it's for adults, and you have to be 18 and up. She goes, okay. Like, she does start to hear some of the jokes I do about the guys I date, and like she's had a few times where she's like, oh, what, did you find a man today? Like she said something really snappy, and I was like, what?
Like, who the fuck did you hear that from? You're like,
Yeah, and I was like, where is that coming from? She's like, I'm just kidding. I'm
Well,
like,
she'll bring a guy
that's really
home, and
funny.
she'll be like, you're going to be on my mom's show.
I don't mind that because they already know. If you're dating me, you already know what I do for a living and that this is my brand. Like what my producer of the series, the TV series that we're developing, he goes, I said something about the guy I fell in love with that I attached him. He's a producer in Hollywood, and he's like, I talked about it on the show today. I said, I don't know why he got upset because I did stand-up material about him on stage. I'm not gonna like censor myself.
You're getting aired out. Don't
Well, we
fuck
weren't
up.
dating, but we were friends, and then we had a romance, and then it was like, and then he was like, I just want to be friends with Ben, and those were you. And then I did a few bits about it. He told me I could, and then stopped talking to me. So I said,
He heard the jokes and he's like, wait a minute, I didn't know that's what you were gonna do. Yeah, probably made him look like a dick.
Exactly. Well, he is one. So, you know, if it walks like one and it acts like one, you know, it is. He shouldn't be offended because he has one that's mediocre at best. So, with that said, this guy goes, Michelle, that's your brand, you know, sleeping with men and getting emotionally attached, that's your brand. So, like, this is what I thrive to be at NYU. But no, I actually really, I feel like putting out your shit like that helps other women or men and
Because
or
everybody
men.
goes through the same shit. It's like, oh, they're talking about it. Now it's not as weird.
And they don't feel bad about it. Because I feel like we end up feeling bad about ourselves. Like, I just did a kind of a rant text to one of my exes, and then he texted, like, I was like, oh my god, he better text me back, so I'll feel really bad inside if, like, we don't talk anymore after years of us refurbishing our friendship, and then we slept together again, and it was like, now he's not talking to me. And he texted me today, and I was like, oh, thank Jesus.
Oh, so you got happy.
Right, I got happy again because the texting went so long yesterday. I was like, why did I do that? And then you start feeling bad about yourself. I'm like, oh my god, that sounded so pathetic of me. And then I was like, how can I twist this to make other people who have done what I do feel good about themselves? So I was like, I got it. It's not texting out of control. It's stream of conscious. So you're just texting as if, you know, just letting it all out. It's not.
It's like rationalizing your terrible decisions. Like,
100%.
I like drinking. I don't want to say that I'm an alcoholic, but do I need alcohol every day? Yeah, probably. So it's just like you gotta figure out the different words to make yourself not seem as bad of a person.
Branded different.
Branded different.
So, because I make great segues, you went to NYU, correct? And graduated with a degree in, I don't know if I can remember this correctly, theater education?
Educational theater.
Educational theater. So,
Get the words right, in the right order.
Damn, NYU theater?
hey, I only had so much time today to sit and read your bio off your website.
Sorry. Yes. I have a master's plus 30 credits, so I got my master's in educational theater because I wanted, when I was getting married, or I was getting engaged. No, it was before I was engaged. I met my ex-husband and I was like, well, I was traveling a lot for musical theater, children's theater, and I knew I wanted to stay in one spot and be with you. And so I found this program where I could still be an artist and help, like, I wanted to work as a artistic director, but then I ended up falling in love with helping kids in the arts. So I found this second love of my craft that I could do with my craft and kind of have a little bit more, I don't like to say stability because teaching can be unstable as F mentally. And it's not the case, it's usually the administration, but yeah, stable financially, and you want to be with a place. So I did the program, I loved it, I taught for years full time, and I never stopped really performing while I was teaching. So inevitably, when I got divorced, I then, you know, I also got my I have principal certification and all that stuff too. I got all of that.
Principal certification?
Yeah, so I technically could be a principal.
You would be a hilarious person.
I think so.
Now, obviously, you're doing stand-up, and you have the show, the Divorce Diaries, and you know the pilot and all this stuff. But as far as stand-up comedy goes, which developed first? Which was the chicken and the egg scenario? Was it stand-up comedy, and you developed into doing the Divorce Diaries of the show, or did the idea for the Divorce Diaries come first, and then you decided to couple that with stand-up and everything?
Divorce Diaries came first. It was a one-woman play. It was not full comedy. It was a play. I had written one woman shows before. I had a show in United Solo Festival in New York City called How to Be a Successful Teacher. And United Solo Festival is this big festival in New York City, so it takes place off Broadway. I got in, it was great. And I took that skill and just kind of adapted. And I did one-woman shows in like before, so I just felt like it was a natural squeeze in, right? And the model of one-woman performance, I also have my theater company. I do one-woman shows for kids. So Divorce Diaries started as a one-woman play, and I also had dancers play set pieces. So like I had a couple of dancers in the background play specific set pieces, so I didn't have a set. They would play the set, and it would dance in between the scenes.
So when you started Divorce Diaries, you were doing like you had kids coming out in the background being like trees, like we met under the tree, and there was an 8-year-old standing.
No, kids were not involved.
Oh, okay.
I have a theater company called Propbox Players for children.
Okay, I missed that.
It's okay. And then Divorce, it's okay. I'm all over the place. You'll hear why. So I have a heavy dance background, and I have lots of dancer friends that help me be these background dancers. And I have old clips from it somewhere that they were the backup dancers in the show when I would do transitions. And then would be the set pieces, like they were a wall or a door. It was really cool.
How do you be a wall?
Yeah, and if I had to punch the wall, they would move it. Not that I punched the wall or whatever.
Yeah, you had like a Kyle moment off Mountain Dew, or like,
Now,
he makes me so angry.
How old is Divorce Diaries?
So the first performance of it was in the end. Very, very first performance of it was October 2015.
October 2015.
Very first performance.
So yeah, you're about seven years in?
7 years in, and then I'd say that I started doing it traveling in 2018.
Okay.
End of 2018.
Now, was last year the first time you had come through Ohio with it?
Yeah.
Now, did you go anywhere else here in the Heartland state?
No, I just did it in Cuyahoga Falls. The heart of America?
Heart of it all, I think.
Heart of it all. I did it.
First in flight.
Something about aviation.
It's birthplace of aviation.
Yeah.
We have all these nicknames. Shittiest football team.
Come on, man. Detroit's over there. Don't do that.
Yeah, we're not Detroit.
We're not Detroit. At least we're not Detroit.
I did it in Ohio. Was the only time in Ohio. In Ohio, I went from Ohio to LA, and then Vegas and LA. So I did a show last year in that summer. Cuyahoga Falls, LA, Vegas.
That's a wild transition. Cuyahoga Falls to LA. Would you just like close your eyes and throw a dartboard like it's LA and Vegas?
What happens in
Where am I
Cuyahoga
gonna
Falls
go?
stays in Cuyahoga Falls,
Yeah.
just like Vegas.
Yes.
Especially if you stay in the condo.
Dude, I've heard so many weird stories about that condo.
Are you? Yeah, Pete has a condo for all
A
the
comedy
performers.
condo.
Yeah.
What, you get a Best Western
You're probably in the hotel. But if you ever wonder, just tell Pete, like, hey, put me in the condo.
There's a lot of old Evil Dead stories.
Let's just say it's a nice layout. It's a nice condo. It's just the decor could be updated. It's somewhere on the line of 70s snuff film, I would say.
That's all right. That's okay.
You ever remember the furniture like an aunt or an uncle or a grandparent would have that was like wood, but then it had the cushions that had like the orangish, brownish, reddish like floral patterns on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's one of those couches and chairs in there. And some good 70s,
Some 70s vibe.
like, yeah.
Some plastic on the couch.
It's got a flat screen now.
They don't have one of the antenna ones, so you got to move it around.
No.
Well,
You could actually
it's updating the couch.
Yeah.
Well, I am excited to be here. And I have my friends from Your Guys' Comedy that are really excited they're here. They're an Ohio-based like comedy church. They came out to Your Guys.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And they came up to me. I'm excited. So.
Hey, when you do your show, do you like bring audience members up?
Well, okay, so that's the interesting part. It depends. So I feel it out because typically I tend to at least incorporate one audience member. And there's some comic friends in the audience who definitely incorporate.
I was about to say, if you need somebody to go up, I I go out there and do it. My money don't get
Well, so that's actually, you're ruining everything, goddammit.
I'm on TikTok every day.
So good. So maybe we follow each other, but like there are a couple of surprises, which I have to probably rest my voice because I do an hour solid of being a diva. I have to rest my voice.
They talk too much. The lights are too
So how much
bright.
TikTok do you do?
A lot. 4 a day.
And see, because I have like 4 TikTok accounts, but I don't, put out that much.
What do you got, burner
Well,
TikTok?
so we should do the TikTok in between shows. We should do that TikTok. That's what I wanted to do with it. So there's an end that I want to incorporate everyone to do a TikTok.
I will
I
say
dance to. You'll see.
about TikTok and having teenage boys. See, there's certain videos on TikTok where you hear that song, you kind of know what you're gonna see.
Yeah.
Like titties. And it's great when
like
you can walk in the
titties.
living room and you hear a certain song coming off your son's cell phone. And you're like, no, I know what you're watching.
It's
right
like
now.
operant conditioning. You get in a better mood just automatically. You're like, why do I
Then
love this
one day
song?
my son's like, I was explaining a video to my son, and he goes, "Yeah, I don't see that on TikTok." And I'm like, "Why not? I see it all the time." He goes, "Because there's an algorithm that shows you." And I'm like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah." Because you don't know that, and I'm like, "I know." And I'm like, "Is that why my TikTok is like all barbecue and boobs?"
Yeah, your son got the horny algorithm, bro.
Is Bonnie trying to? Yeah, come out. She can come out, right?
Wave to the camera though. Throw some gang signs.
She got a reservation for tonight.
Baby, stop!
Hey, well, listen, everybody. She's got to rest her voice. Nick, thank you for coming
I
out.
gotta go drink more.
People are showing up. The place is getting crowded. It's getting loud. So
Thank you, guys.
thank you so much,
Thank
Michelle, for
you.
being on. Thank you, everybody, for watching the Funny Don't Stop podcast. Join us next month, I believe. I'm not sure who we're going to have next month yet, but it'll be a good show. So this will probably be airing, well, shit, you'll know when it posts. So see you, everybody.